Now let us solve one numerical on the worm gear. So if your numerical says the double start worm, so remember your ZW is 2 because it is a double start worm of case hardened alloy steel. Your SUT is 700 megapascal. So for SUT of worm is 700 megapascal. Meshes with worm gear made of phosphor bronze. So see your phosphor bronze gear is there whose SUT is 240 megapascal. Gear pair is made of transmitting 5 kilowatt power from electric motor, right? So your input power is 5 kilowatt and your NW electric motor RPM or your worm RPM is 1500 RPM and your gear RPM is 75 RPM. Service factor CS or KA is given 1.25. Factor of safety is given 2. Face width of gear small b is 0.73 times the pitch circle diameter of worm. So you should remember here the face width you have to take b is equal to 0.73 dW. Worm gear wear factor, right? It is 0.685 megapascal and your diametral quotient small q is 10. Your normal pressure angle phi n is 14.5 degrees. Coefficient of friction between the worm and worm gear teeth, that is your mu, is 0.03. Then it is said that you have to design the gear pair and the output power, that is your power lost. So in the numerical, number of start ZW is 2. Your SUT for your worm or pinion is 700 Newton per mm square. Your SU for gear, your ultimate tensile strength for gear is 240 Newton per mm square. Input power is given, which is 5 kilowatt. You will convert it into watt. The RPM of the worm is 1500 RPM. RPM of gear NG is 25 RPM. Your service factor CS or KA is 1.25. Factor of safety NF or FOS is 2 and your face width small b is 0.73 W. The worm gear wear factor K, load stress factor, is given, which is 0.685 Newton per mm square. Your diametral quotient is 10. Your normal pressure angle phi n is 14.5 degree and coefficient of friction is 0.03. First step, we always calculate the number of teeth on gear. Now see, since the NW, that is your RPM of worm, NG, that is RPM of gear, and your ZW is given, then we just have to cross multiply and we can find out the number of teeth on gear. By calculation we are getting 40. Next step, we have to find out the pitch circle diameter of the gear. Since we are not going to get module now, we just put the value of ZG, which is 40. So I'm going to get DGS 40 module. Next, I need to find out the lead angle. The formula for lead angle is this way. First, you have to find out tan lambda is ZW upon Q, right? Where your ZW is the number of start of worm, which is given 2 in the numerical, and Q is your diametral quotient, which is 10. So lambda is tan inverse of 2 upon 10. I'm going to get your lead angle lambda as 11.31 degree. Next, usually you have to select the formula for face width as either 2m under root q plus 1 or 0.73 dw, whichever is larger. But here in numerical they have already said that your face width is 0.73 times the pitch circle diameter of the worm. So I'm going to put down the value as, pitch circle diameter is MQ, dW is MQ. So I'm going to put this as 0.73 into M into 10. So I will get my face width as 7.3 module. Next step is to calculate the bending stress. Remember, the gear will always be the weaker in design. So you always design the gear and not the worm. So I've put the formula sigma BG is SUG upon 3. The SUTG, that is our ultimate tensile strength for gear, is 240. So you will get sigma BG bending strength for gear as 80 Newton per mm square. Your fourth step is to calculate the Lewis form factor. Out of the two values, I am going to select 0.39 minus 2.15 upon Zg because the numerical is of pressure angle 4.5 degree full depth involute. So if I put the value of Zg over here, I will get the value of Lewis form factor as 0.33625. Next, I don't need to do this step. I've already told you that the worm gear will be weaker in design and we will always design the gear, worm gear and not the worm. So the formula for beam strength is going to be sigma bg bmy cos lambda or mb sigma bg y cos lambda. M will always remain the same. We have not found out the module still. B is your 7.3 m. Sigma bg we have found out as 80. Lewis form factor we found out as 0.3625 and your cos lambda we found out as cos 11.31. After calculation you will get this as 192.55 module square Newton. Your wear strength is dgbk. dg is your 40 module we have calculated in the first step. Your face width is 7.3 module we have calculated in the second step and k is given in the numerical, right, which is 0.685. So your worm or your wear strength is 200.02 module square Newton. If we compare the beam strength and wear strength, you will find out the value of wear strength is more. So we can say the worm gear is weaker in bending. So we will design the worm gear in bending. Eighth step, we are going to calculate the tangential load, which is output power upon velocity. So first we'll find the virtual friction angle, which is phi v, which is tan inverse of mu upon cos of normal angle phi n. Now, you know the normal pressure angle is 14.5 degree and your coefficient of friction given is 0.03. So once I'll put down into this formula, I'll get 1.775. Next, I'm going to calculate the efficiency, which is tan lambda upon tan phi v plus lambda. I have the values of lambda and phi v, so I'll get the efficiency as 86% or 0.8604. Next, I need to first find out the output power. Efficiency is 0.8604, input power is 5000, so I will get output power as 4302 watt. Now, first I need to calculate the pitch line velocity of gear, which is pi dg ng upon 60,000. If I don't have dg, I am going to put down the value as mzg. So putting the value of zg and ng, I am going to get the velocity value as 0.157 module meter per second. The same when I'll put the value into the formula of tangential load PO upon VG. Right, I have PO, I also have VG. By simplification, I'll get the answer as 27401.27 upon module. Next, service or application factor is given 1.25 in the numerical. Velocity or Barth factor formula for worm gear always remains 6 upon 6 plus Vg. So Vg, when I found out in the previous step 0.157 module, I'm going to put down over here. Next, I'm going to calculate the effective load, which is service factor into tangential load upon Barth factor. Service factor is 1.25, right? Your tangential load is 27401.27 upon module and your Barth factor is 6 upon 6 plus 0.157 module. So I'll just do the simplification and I'm going to get the answer as 5708.6 into 6 plus 0.157 module upon module. 11th step is to calculate the module. Now since we have already seen that the gear is weaker in bending, so we will take bending strength is FOS into effective load. So FB is NF into effective load. FB we have found out previously as 192.25 module square. Factor of safety NF or FOS is 2. Effective load we just now found out 5708.6 into 6 plus 0.157 module upon module. So the equation turns out to be M cube is equal to 355.77 plus 9.31 module. So you have to solve it with the help of the equation, right? Trial and error method. and by trial and error method you will get it as 8. Next, you just have to find out the dimensions of the gear pair, module ZG, ZW, DG, DW. Just have to put down the formulas into these values into these formulas and you'll get the answer. So these were the steps that we followed.